The following is a presentation of Godaway Sports. The following is a presentation of Godaway Sports.
Well, good evening and welcome to Burton, Ohio for the inaugural broadcast of Godaway Sports. Matt Marr on the call for you here today alongside my producer Noah Ricks. Happy to be here and a little upset too because we couldn't get our video to work for whatever
The
reason.
following is a
Technology just
presentation
decided to
of
be
Godaway
against us
Sports.
today. But never fear, we're still here with our audio going strong, and we'll still get you the game and give you the coverage that we possibly can. Now it's Kirtland in town here to take on the Badgers. And Noah, this should be a good game here. I know that you're right here nodding alongside with me. I know you've been excited for today's game. These two teams met last year in the regional finals and just went at it against each other here. And, well, it'll be a fun little rematch here to see who's going to come out on top. Over on the Kirtland side, they've got about 4 players and more, I'm sure, that we'll see throughout this game who have just been absolutely stellar for them and that we're expecting to see one heck of a game from. Olivia Pickens, a sophomore, is the number 2 goal scorer in her area. And I mean, that's just something to be extremely proud of here if you're a Kirtland fan. I mean, absolutely amazing that she can get just that much goal scoring, just that much power out of both of her feet. That's something else that we were told to know here, both feet. So that's somebody right there that these Berkshire Badgers are going to have to defend like crazy here. Keep an eye out for her and her number today. Peyton Adkins, a sophomore out there as well here. A lot of youth out there I'm noticing for this Kirtland side. They've got plenty of upside here for their future. There's plenty of upside as well on the Berkshire side of things as well, but Adkins, another sophomore, is a distance shooter. That means that she's able to get a hold of this ball and shoot with at least some accuracy, we would assume. I guess we'll see here, or I guess here rather today, exactly how she does today, but if she's even out there today, we'll see. But distance shooter, you just got to watch that long ball. I would assume that she's also good to set things up whenever there's a set piece, a free kick, whatever. Keep an eye out for her. She's going to be very, very dangerous out there for those Kirtland Hornets, I'm sure. And you also got out there Lexi Vasicki, a junior. So there we go. A little bit of presence here of the upperclassmen, some of the seniors, juniors. We got a senior out here as well who has been left of note. This player, though, Lexi, we're told that she was very quick and very dangerous on the field, a very key player for them. And it's somebody that Berkshire is going to have to lock down like crazy. Again, somebody who's quick, who can show to be some form of danger. Absolutely. That's going to be somebody right there that we'll be keeping an eye out for certain here. And over on the other side here, of course, that fourth player, Megan Urbanek, a senior and one of the team captains out here for this Kirtland side. She is a big server. So when it comes to set pieces, we were talking about Vasicki here, or pardon me, not Vasicki, but Adkins, who is able to get that ball long and far. Well, Urbanek is more so dangerous here with that because I'm sure we'll see a lot more accuracy here from that senior leg. Watch those cross balls is something that I put down in my notes. We'll keep an eye out for those, especially when we're at those corner kicks. Big, strong, accurate. That's going to be dangerous here. Hopefully, with the Berkshire side of things, we're not going to see too many of those conceded here. But, of course, you'll let the game play out and see how it goes. We're going to go ahead and step aside here for about a minute or so. Come back with you and talk about the Berkshire Badgers. You are watching, or rather, you're listening to Berkshire Soccer on Godaway Sports and City View Sportscast. Stay tuned. Back here about 6.5 minutes away from opening kick. Matt Marr on the call here for you today alongside with Noah Ricks, my producer, eating his dinner right next to me. A little jealous, wasn't able to pack any food myself. He's over here stuffing his face. Can't get enough here. That's the beauty of not having to worry about having a mic on right now, I suppose, being in here in the broadcast booth. He can be over there doing whatever he wants in the pregame while I'm over here yapping my mouth. Well, we did promise you that we'd be talking about the Berkshire side and their key players, and boy, oh boy, do we have a whole bunch of great talent here on this Berkshire Badgers side. Biggest one, Kelly McCandless, a senior and a big D1 commit for those University of Dayton Flyers. That's huge right there. That's a big program down there in southern Ohio. Near the border there for Indiana and close to Kentucky as well. If you're getting closer to Cincinnati, you're getting closer to Kentucky. In all their games right now, she has 15 goals. 4 games. She has 15 goals so far in 4 games this season. She is on her way to pass last year's total of 36 total in the season, just 15 goals so far here in just 4 games. She has been absolutely spectacular. That is crazy to see what she's been able to see, and hopefully we'll be able to see exactly what she's able to do. She was an All-Ohio player in 2024 and a United Soccer Coaches All-Midwest Region team of 2024 as well. That's one she made there, so a lot of accolades as well here for McCandless. Over on the other side of things here with the sophomore, a little bit of that youth right there that we're talking about over on the over here on the Kirtland side, over here on the Berkshire side, Emma Rukinski, a sophomore, was all-around offensive machine last year, second in goals so far this season with 4 on her team. Big disparity right there when it comes to that first and that second overall. 15 goals there for McCandless, and 4 second on her team is Rudinsky. That's incredible. That just shows you what kind of level McCandless is playing at so far this season. 15 goals in 4 games is just incredible for any sport that does goals. Man, can't wait to see how she does today. She's very good at drawing and earning set pieces as well. So very smart here. When players come close and make contact, or maybe don't necessarily make contact, but get close enough, she's able to go down, see when the opportunity is there to go down and draw something. There's a chance that we might see some yellow cards flying for the Kirtland Hornets as well here, just with how close that contact gets, or maybe they just leave her alone, which of course is also dangerous because you don't want to let anybody here, especially somebody up front here. She averaged a goal per game last year and is averaging a goal a game obviously here this year, so keeping up the pace and keeping it up right now. It's going to be exciting to see how she does in that midfield and see if she can get up front as well. Junior Bree Kenny is a big playmaker for them and is a big presence in that midfield. She eyes those oppositions in the midfield for her opponents, goes after them with a vengeance, goes after them with a fury, doesn't matter. So she's going to be attacking a lot here and trying to give her offense every opportunity she can and giving her defense every break she possibly can as well. And also another player of note here for the Berkshire side is Claire Corbett. Another junior, is an aggressive center back. That's a defender right there for this Berkshire side. Something to note here, a lot of times when you come to high school, you go around, you play different positions. Sometimes you're up front, sometimes you're out back, you're in the midfield, you're on the wings, fullback, whatever. She's played center back all 3 years. This is 3rd year right here of high school. So 2 full years, this is year number 3 for her. That's incredible that she's been able to keep it that consistent, and it's there for a reason. She can be a threat to score as well if the chance does arrive. So if that offense out there takes a couple of chances, they can't get it going, but she steps up, takes a shot, maybe from some distance, keep an eye out for that ball to go into the back of the net as well. Also to note here for Corbett, she has defended McCandless in practice and has really come out and shined because of it. That has been a huge big for her. Again, McCandless is a big scoring threat. Somebody who can get around the opposition and find creative ways to put it into the back of said net. Be excited to see here what this defender can do against, well, I don't want to say lesser opposition here, but definitely not the same level here as what we've seen with McCandless. Step aside again here. We got about 2 minutes until the opening kick. You're listening to Berkshire Girls Soccer on Godaway Sports and City View Sportscast. We're back. Well, we're about a minute away here from the opening kick at Berkshire. Badgers and Hornets getting ready for a big one here. Big game here against a very aggressive side here for this Berkshire team. Their last game was out at Wycliffe back on the 29th of August, so not too long ago, obviously, here. A big 9-3 victory over those Blue Devils. Goals per match, Kelly McCandless averages 3.8 per game. Assists per match, McCandless as well with 1 per game. Goals against per average, Ali Ruchowski here with a 0. That's incredible right there. A very good goaltender, of course, that's a senior. And then with Addison Hellman, she's got the saves per match lead with 6.5. That's your senior goalkeeper right there. Somebody that we got to keep an eye on as well are these goalkeepers. Some more players that were highlighted by the coaches, but definitely somebody to keep an eye on for certain here is Hellman. Take a look at these goal leaders here for the Berkshire side. Again, McCandless with 15, Emma Rukinski with 4. You got Bree Kenny, the junior, with 2 goals as well so far this season. You got Carl with 2 and Rukinski with 2 as well here. Total of 25 goals as a team scored by this Berkshire side. Meanwhile, we go over here with this Kirtland side. When their grand total, they have 30 goals so far, with Pickens with 10 goals so far this season. So, yeah, not at the same level here of McCandless, sure, but definitely very, very close. They're only down by 5. It's incredible here what these young ladies are able to do for this Kirtland side. Went up against Crestwood and won 10-0 again on the 29th of August so far this season. I mean, again, two very, very aggressive teams, and they're showing it early on. 5-0 overall record here so far for the Kirtland side, 1-0 in their conference. Meanwhile, over here on the side of Berkshire, 3-0-1. They have a draw so far this season, 1-0 in their conference as well. Only 7 goals against here for Berkshire. That loss, or pardon me, that tie, was against West Branch, one of those southern Trumbull County schools close by over towards, over towards Canton and whatnot. But that was on the 25th, 1-1 tie against West Branch. West Branch very good, though, so that's very impressive that they were able to do exactly that. Started off their season with a win 8-1 versus Columbia. They were out at Lakeview, won 7-2 against those Bulldogs. And like we said, Wycliffe was their last victory, 9-3. Their next game will be at Aurora on the 8th, just 4 days away, another 7 o'clock start. See how that game goes over here, though, for the Kirtland side of things. First game was back on the 15th, home versus Chardon, 2-1 victory. On the 19th, they were out at South, 2-0 victory. Open Door Christian, 7-0, and against Brooklyn up there in the Cleveland area, 9-0 here. It's incredible here how much goal scoring we've seen. Now we've got the anthem going on right now here. We'll go ahead and step aside just for a moment, and we'll come back on the other side. It'll be soccer time here on Godaway. So the anthem comes and it goes, and just about ready here for kickoff. Some coaches going out towards midfield with intros coming for both sides. Be excited to see here who comes out, who starts on this side. Again, McCandless, we're expecting to see here for Berkshire here. So far, so good for her. Captain, senior, wears number 10 for her team. Another captain, Ali Ruchowski, with the senior defender. Wears number 9 for her team as well here for Berkshire. Those are the only 2 captains here. Sometimes you see 3 or 4 on soccer when it comes to these captains, but not for this Berkshire side. They only feel the need to put 2 out there. Looking out here, see number 21 for Kirtland step out there. Lexi Vasicki, the junior, a midfielder for her team. Number 10 looks like, which would be Gianna Trem, a junior defender. Number 6 out there, Lauren Plaggy, and number 9, Megan Urbanik. So, seen a bunch of names here already that we've brought up in the beginning here with Vasicki, Urbanik. Waiting to see Adkins come out here. I'm sure she will. It's number 24 for this Kirtland side. Kirtland, they're wearing their white kits today, so white shirts, white pants as well, white socks go alongside them with a, looks like a black stripe trim down the center of their jerseys, numbers to interrupt those stripes as well. Kirtland, those are pretty snazzy jerseys. Very similar color schemes. In fact, the exact same color schemes, purple and gold here for both teams. Berkshire leaning more towards that purple, and they are wearing their home darks today with a bit of a checkerboard pattern, I'd say here, or maybe Foursquare if you ever played that game on the playground growing up, where in the left corner and the bottom right corner you've got yellow, and opposite corners it's all purple there, and right in the middle is their number, and top left they've got their school logo, their team crest, just like a professional soccer team would. Pants to match there, all purple as well, and their purple socks. Some girls also opting to wear nice yellow bows to go ahead and just put the icing on the cake here for that full-on uniform. Just try to bring it all together here. And right now, Berkshire getting introduced. They're going over, giving high fives to the Kirtland side, showing some respect early. Though once this game gets going, I'm sure we're not going to see a whole lot of that. There's going to be a lot of very hard hustling play out there for these two teams. We're taking a look over here at this conference, the Chagrin Valley Soccer Conference. Kirtland is in first place, Both of these two teams in the same conference. This is a three-way tie for first right now here. Very early. These standings not too terribly important at the moment, though, of course, as we get closer and closer towards the end of the season, end of November, going into December and playoffs, this is going to start to look a little more important. Chagrin Falls also 1-0 in conference play so far. So it's Kirtland, Chagrin Falls, and Berkshire tied for first. In that fourth place spot, you got Rootstown, Wycliffe, and Crestwood all vying for that fourth place spot, all 0-1 so far to start off their conference schedule. 301, like we said, win percentage 875 for Berkshire. Kirtland, again, perfect 1,000 right there if you want to. 30 goals for, 1 against, 5-game win streak for the Kirtland side. Berkshire, 25 goals for, 7 goals against, and, of course, just a 1-game win so far with that tie coming right beforehand against that West Branch side. Both teams huddled up. Kirtland over towards their bench on the far sideline and over towards their own net here. At the end of the middle third is the Berkshire side. 40 minutes up on the clock here for half number 1. Of course, we are playing full 40-minute halves, so 80 minutes total here today per half, and I'm sure we'll get about a 10-15 minute halftime, though we'll see how much they put up there. We had just a half of a we were able to just get half of a JV game beforehand, pardon the interruption there. But we were able to get half of a JV game. It was a 1-0 win for the Kirtland Hornets. Able to come out on top over the Berkshire side. Both teams, when it comes to the JV side of things, seem to be struggling just a little bit there just to get past each other and find their footing to really get a hold of the ball. Shots weren't really going through, and what did wasn't a whole lot of anything there. So definitely a lot there for the future of these two teams and their programs to work on. But it was exciting to see what they could do and what they bring to the table. Oh, Kirtland now just getting out on the field. Berkshire has been out there waiting patiently here for their opponent to make their way out. Looks like Addie Howman out there in net for the Berkshire side. Of course, goalies wear different colors. She's wearing blue, and it's green on the other side for the opposition. When we are underway here at Berkshire, as it is Berkshire, the Badgers on the far side in the attacking third, trying to get it around a defender, pushes it in, no good there. Hard to see who it is from this distance here, but at the midfield there to get it is a senior, Kelly McCandless. This ball pushes forward here, but to nobody in particular, nothing but defenders around. They'll let that one go over the goal line, and it will be a goal kick to start things off here early in this game. Goalkeeper not opting to take the kick here. I see that very often here in the high school level, that they have a defender come over here and take that kick for them. Looks like Catherine Bradshaw, the goalkeeper out there today for this varsity side of Kirtland. Again, hasn't really seen much, not much to it yet so far as we're in the mid-third. And Berkshire trying to push it back forward. A little bit of this and that coming back forward here on the 40-yard line. Kicked forward here by McCandless up and over towards her teammate. Number 15 comes in at the line, keeps it. Shot's going to be saved just off the side of the net here by that keeper again for this Kirtland side. And Bradshaw Jr. showing some skill early on here, showing she can keep an eye on things here. Kick back in, back to midfield, and it's the Hornets. Get a hold of it. Nice little side kick over here, and with the ball, number 9 for this Berkshire side here. Again, that is another captain in Ruchalski. Moves it forward towards her midfield, trying to get it up towards an attacker. Number 12 on top of it here, the sophomore Emma Rukinski. Holds on, now lost it. Good steal here, considered clean by the referee at midfield. Kicked forward onto the Kirtland attacking side of the middle third. Tries to kick it forward towards that touchline, and it's interrupted and kicked back over by Berkshire. Still moving forward here, 38 minutes to go. Only 2 minutes played so far here in this game. Back and forth, but a lot of attack so far here by Berkshire over Kirtland so far. Nothing yet here on the attack for the Hornets. Ball goes out of play, last touched by a Kirtland Hornet. Well, we'll see something here. That was number 7 to last touch it. That's Kylie Sale, the sophomore midfielder here for the Hornet side. Thrown back in and immediately taken at the middle third by Kirtland. Up near the touchline, kept in here by Saley. Trying to get around one defender, lost to the second. Good defense shown here by the Badgers. Brings it up the field, over the 50, and into the attacking third here for Berkshire near the line. Just keeps it in. McCandless trying to get it around. Nice little touch over the line. Yes, it will be a throw-in coming for the Badgers as the referee on that touchline on the right side signals. No flags out here for either of the two officials on either line. Wonder if they forgot it or maybe they just didn't have them to begin with here. Ball thrown in, touch, but lost by Berkshire. Kirtland brings it back over towards the middle third. Nice little defense, but not much there for it as it's taken down the field. Number 3, Olivia Pickens passes in a centering attempt, and good defense here by the Badgers to break up that dangerous opportunity as they were approaching that goalkeeper's box. Back to the middle third over the line, and it was number 1 there for Berkshire to send it over the line. It's quickly back in and back over the touchline it goes as well, just as soon as we bring it up here. That ball just does not seem to want to stay in play for anybody. It's going to be a throw in here as it was last touch here by the Badgers. 36 minutes to go here in half number 1. Headed but to nobody in particular here on the throw. Back in, still just volleying back and forth. Can't find a home, can't find an owner. Now kicked away almost over towards Berkshire. In fact, they do get a hold of it here. Hard to tell who it is. That's number 14 who got a hold of it, the sophomore Sora Sigler. Sigler with it here, brings it now towards the home side of the touch. At that line, brought through and around here by the senior and Rukinski. Rukinski passes off here to number 14 in Sigler and now passes back off towards the mid. Hard to tell who it is. Oh, well, that's just McCandless trying to get around, trying for a big pass over, and broken up by Kirtland. And they get it out of harm's way for the meantime. Back at midfield, trying to find somebody to get it over towards. Pass forward now towards the 30, interrupted by the defense. They kick it back to mid. But here it is on the attack and on the march, number 17 here for this Kirtland side to Mateo. Passes forward here near the corner now for centering attempt. Number 3 is there, but it's too far away. Almost kicked right back to her, though. The defender not fully aware of her surroundings. Luckily, neither was the attacker. It's back to midfield, but Kirtland does have possession. They kick it in, headed back over now by Berkshire, and almost settled down here by Di Matteo. Mateo can't quite keep a hold of it as the ball finally settles onto a Berkshire foot, and back to midfield it goes. Moving up here is Emma Rukinski. Passes forward, far side, now trying to get it centered over here towards McCandless, and can't quite find her. Also there was Sora Sigler, so she couldn't either. Now McCandless does get a hold of it as she marches in. Oh, the ball just taken off. Nice slide tackle there. Only getting the ball was Maya Finney, the junior, midfielder and forward here, depending on what mood she's in and how she wants to play it. Again, we're talking earlier here in this game. Hard to see any of these players stick to just one spot here. Again, the center back out there, and Corbett, though, has been a consistent year for Berkshire. You can see on a lot of these rosters, you see difference here with defense, midfield, forward. You see 3 or 4 different positions on the roster sometimes. That's normal. Back here now for Ivy Martin, the defender, moves it back towards midfield. Bouncing ball settled down by the Berkshire Badgers. Interrupted here. Nice little touch again. There's number 4 once more here for the Hornets in Finney. Been a bit of a troublemaker so far here for this Badgers. The ball forward gets through the legs, hustle towards it, over the touchline it goes, and I believe the referee's going to say last touched here by Berkshire. Yes, they are. Goal kick, I believe, is being awarded here towards the Hornets. No, they have changed their mind. It will, in fact, be a corner kick for the Badgers. It's hard to tell here, but from where we're standing, it looked like it definitely went off of a Hornet's foot here. They just didn't pay attention to it. Turned around, went after it, and they just let it go out, thinking that they were safe. Corner comes through. Taken and settled down by Kirtland. Almost coming in and getting a foot on it there was an attacking Badger. Couldn't quite tell who that was, but it goes out of play. Last kicked out and touched by Kirtland. Berkshire trying to get that back in with the throw. It's interrupted and stolen here by Kirtland, only for it to be interrupted once more here as the ball continuing to change possession here in the attacking third for the Badgers. Ball taken away once again here by Finney, and she moves it back up, and it goes over the line on her side of the field. Last touch, they're going to say skimmed by a Badger. Throw comes quickly here. Up the line it goes, in the attacking third now here for Kirtland, trying to get a ball through. Yes, they do. Nothing but Badgers around here. As unable to get a foot on that one, unable to get her footing, her bearings down was Olivia Pickens. Player gets taken down, whistle gets blown, and I believe when Pickens went down, that's where the foul was. Was she in the box or not? Hard to tell from this perspective. And we'll see here where that kick's going to be coming from. Well, if it was in the box, it's going to be a penalty kick. And they're saying it was in the box. So here's a huge opportunity for Kirtland to try and take the lead. Olivia Pickens, the defenseman, sophomore, looking to try and beat her counterpart here in Howman. Shots taken off the post, just a little bit too far right. Oh, what an opportunity. Had the goalie beat. She couldn't quite get there in time, but still just could not find the mark. Letting the defender take their shot. And just did not come out the way they wanted to. Still scoreless with 31 minutes to go here in the first half of action. Matt Marr on the call alongside my producer Noah Ricks. Happy to be broadcasting here on Godaway Sports' inaugural broadcast here on YouTube. Again, we were hoping to have some video alongside with it if you're watching on Godaway. Fortunately, technology just did not want to be our friend. We tried so many different troubleshooting methods and nothing seemed to want to work. So we are defaulting to audio only here for our first broadcast. If you're interested, we do have football tomorrow. North Olmsted versus the Amherst Steel. Shot taken, deflected. Good defense here by Berkshire. Kirtland, the one trying to move it forward here. Ball bouncing back and forth and now finally settled down around that 20-yard line. Again, in the defensive third by Kirtland. Ball passed over but missed. On top of it here, Kylie Sale trying to get out of the corner. Passes over here, now over to DiMatteo. Shot forward here, popped up, trying to kick it away instead. Still loose, now finally settled down about a few feet over to the right here of the goalkeeper. But able to get a hold of that one there was Howman. As I was saying, though, we've got football on our network here tomorrow night. North Olmsted versus Amherst Steel. That's another 7 o'clock start on Friday night. Excited to finally get our first football game going as well. It's the Amherst Steel Comets. To be 100% correct as my producer wants to make sure I don't get anything wrong. Ball loose in front, shot, scores! Well, as we're trying to get everything figured out here on when our games are coming on, there's a game going on right here in front of us. A shot and a score with a bit of a broken play in front of the net. Goalkeeper way out of position. And one of three Badgers able to come in and clean things up. Hard to tell who got that touch, and they got away from it quick. Waiting to hear exactly who that is over the PA. Hopefully they can maybe help us out. In the meantime, Kirtland taking a second, waiting for permission. Referee says play on. It is 1-0 here in favor, though, of the Badgers. 30 minutes to go now. Now that's a fact here for the first half of action. Ball kicked forward. Kirtland trying to get this game back to even here, and it's kicked out near the corner, but over the touchline instead. A throw-in near that corner, though, on the home side of the field for the Hornets. With the ball right now here, Kylie Sale looking for her options on the throw. Just gets over, a little header forward. Defense comes over, not quite on it. Shots taken from distance, goes through the legs, but just wide. It'll be a corner kick here for the Hornets as a shot taken by Gabby DiMatteo, freshman forward here. And we said her name quite a bunch already here this evening. Very dangerous here. That's showing the youth movement coming out of the Hornets side of things. A lot of young players, and that's a good thing for them. That means their future is pretty well set right now, especially if they've got freshmen who are not just good, but ready for this varsity level. Berkshire under pressure. The corner comes. Nice ball through, but headed away by the Badgers side. Trying to kick that one off and over here was number 16 and Caitlin Rukinski. Not much there as the ball goes out of play. 28:56 to go. It's going to be a throw-in on the far side now. And it will be Berkshire's. They're able to get it off a foot there, it seemed, or at least off of just somebody for the Kirtland side of things. Ball taking here by number 21 for Kirtland and Lexi Vosicki. Didn't quite have it for too long as now the defense for the Badgers has a hold of it. Although the ball is bouncing up and down now, doesn't quite have a home. Nobody can quite get control of it just yet now. Nice little settle down here at the midfield by McCandless. Moves it up here. And a foot race on the right side of the field. Kicked out of play as approaching there was the senior Caitlin Rukinski. Didn't want to take the risk. Throws it over the touchline. Another throw-in coming here for Berkshire as they're looking to try and attack and add on to their lead. Again, it's 1-0 if you just missed it here by a nice shot on a broken play and a mess of a play, I'll say, here for the Badgers. Again, there were about 3 players all around. It was really hard to tell who got that last touch and put it in. Kirtland with it here. Gets it into the mid-third. Ball goes out of play here. Nice more on the defense to break up and slow things down. Hard to tell who is on that far side, but the throw comes quickly. With a foot on it, there is Ivy Martin out of play. Another throw-in coming here, even deeper here in the attacking side of things for the Hornets. Now we have an update on who scored it. They're going to say it's Marissa Carl off of a cross from McCandless. So Carl officially credited with the goal scoring here. Got to give a huge shout out here to my producer again for finding things out for me. A lot smarter than I am. Thank you, Noah. Ball out of play. It's going to be a throw-in coming here for Berkshire on the attacking side of the field. Sun's starting to set here, and it's right in the eyes here of the Berkshire attacking. Fortunate how that played out here for tonight. It's been all cloudy all day long, and finally as the game starts to go and we're right here in the thick of it, sun's shining right in the eyes here of the athletes. Now, it won't be a problem come the second half. Lights are already turned on and starting to warm up here. This nice new football and soccer and lacrosse and just overall multi-use facilities here at Berkshire. And what a nice campus they have here too in Burton. Went from downtown to on the outskirts of town. I think that worked out for the best. Gave them more time to spread out and really breathe. Obviously build really nice facilities here. Now it was Berkshire who was trying to get something figured out. Couldn't quite keep it on their feet, and it's clear down the field here by Kirtland. The Hornets trying to get that ball back. Defense comes over and plays a big part and makes sure that doesn't happen. The junior kid Wadsworth able to stop anybody from coming over and taking hold of that ball and getting a bit of a break if it were to be. It would have been Megan Urbanic, the senior midfielder, who was attacking. Throw-in came here, though, for Kirtland. They're trying to move it up the field. No dice. Defense comes in and breaks it up, tries to clear it away. Can't quite get it out of there. Pressure huge by Kirtland as they get another throw-in. Ball forward here. Defense comes, kicks it away. Berkshire gets it back to midfield. Pops it up, and that'll go right off the top of the head here. The logo of the Badger, right at the 50. Headed forward here for the Badgers. McCandless trying to get a hold of that ball. Ends up losing the leaping jump for it. And it's the Hornets buzzing right now, moving it up the field again. 25 minutes to go here in the first half of action. You had 1-0 in favor of the Badgers. But Kirtland all over the place, waiting to see if they can sting this Badger side. With it now. And moving forward, that was number 3 here in Olivia Pickens. Her pass intercepted. Pass forward to McCandless. Nice little chip pass forward, and it's a foot race on that far side. Hard to see who's got it. Tries to take a shot, and a nice stop either way by Catherine Bradshaw. Or the Kirtland side. Big chance on that far side. Left wing trying to get something there for her team. Not much to it. Berkshire gets back here. Last to touch it was the senior defenseman, Ali Rukchalski. Still fighting for it here, and it's taken away instead by number 8. Don't have a number 8 on their varsity roster. Looking at JV, I'm not seeing that either. So somebody maybe either didn't do their laundry last night or maybe changed numbers before the season started. Hard to tell who that is. See Kirtland on the back, but not a name. Also seeing some subs here. Again, with soccer at high school level, you can just continue to sub players in and out. There's no strategy when it comes to that. It's not like the professional game where you only get a certain amount before you're just completely done. It also makes it a lot better for if there's any injuries or whatnot. You don't have to play shorthanded because somebody sprains an ankle or takes a cleat to the ankle or something, or wherever they might go. Something I definitely do appreciate here about this level, and I think it makes it a little more entertaining. Keeps the legs more fresh as well. I think that's a big part of why they do it. Ball kicked out of play here in the attacking third for Berkshire. Last touch there was Lauren Paligi, senior defenseman, able to keep it away from the impeding Berkshire Badgers, who are trying to get that second goal. 23 to go here in half number 1. Throw coming in here from Ruchowski. It's immediately denied over the goal line. And it's going to be a corner kick here. Ruchowski's going to take it herself as well. See what this set piece brings here for them as they'll take it quickly. The Badgers trying to get it right center. That ball is going to go off the wrong side of a foot. Out, but not out of harm's way just yet. Just on the outside of the box, trying to kick it forward here. Midfielder couldn't quite. Good defense here by Kirtland. Chasing after it now as it's getting close towards the home side of the field near the touchline. Kirtland, Hornets, able to get a hold of this ball. Number 17, dancing right now. Under pressure here for the Hornets. DeMatteo didn't quite get a hold of it. Thought the ball went out of play instead. Almost with a breakaway there was number 9 there, and Ruchowski. She gets a throw and instead tries to move it forward, but good job by the defense for the Hornets to make sure that they couldn't get a big attack going. Man, that's a momentum builder right there. But here on the other side, on the counterattack, Pickens gets it centered. And good defense as it goes off to the side. No shot taken here. Nice slide tackle. Midfielder coming in to play a little defense as well, just staying on her man. Got 21 minutes to go. Just goalkeeper tries to get away. Not too far. Right there, ready for it there were the Hornets. Looking to her right. Pass, no. Block. Good job. Here by the Badgers. Now cuts right here with it. McCandless looking for somebody. Cross pass up high. Gets it centered. Chance here. Onside. Takes a shot over the crossbar. Just a little bit too much on it. And way too much pressure as well. 2 defenders comes over here to make sure that the one sole attacking player here for the Badgers could not get that score. Goalkeeper way out of her crease. Way out of her net. Gets lucky here. I'm sure she's going to give a lot of rubs and pats on the back here to her defenders after this first half. Doing a lot of work here to make sure that this score stays put and that their offense gets an opportunity. And they have had opportunities here. A lot of back and forth, though possession seems to be favoring so far, only slightly, the Berkshire side. Now it's the Badgers here chasing after ball, letting it go out of play on their side of the field. Last touch by Kirtland, just making sure that the Hornets don't get a hold of it. You know, it's that number 8 on that far side who we don't have any identifying information for who that is for Kirtland, but she was chasing after it, and she has the ball right now. Gets this one centered now over here to Pickens. Pickens through a lot of traffic. No, she gets through. The ball doesn't. No reset, and here comes their attack once more. With it now, Fosicki near the goal line. Tries to get it centered. Stopped, and the keeper comes over and makes the grab. Snuff out any danger that might have been. Kirtland all over that net. But that sophomore goalkeeper there in Heilman not letting anything up. Kinski moves it forward over to McCandless. She might have some space. No, couldn't quite settle the ball down. Got too far away in defense. Able to come and kick it away. Out of play. Oh, that went way too far away. I'm sure that was not up to their plans. It's going to be a throw-in now. And on the attacking side of the field for Berkshire. They're getting it pretty far up here as well. I'd say maybe about 15 feet away from that corner. Throw comes in off of a Kirtland player. Didn't really seem to be throwing that one into anybody in particular, just hoping that maybe somebody will get a touch on it. No such luck, and they're back in the midfield. That's Berkshire recovering and recuperating. Back forward here, under some pressure, pass forward, and it didn't quite find the targets. Haley Sale was there for Kirtland, able to kick it back over towards the logo. Now with it, Berkshire, again, trying to re-enter the zone they're in. Cuts through 2. Good job here by 16. Now Trish gets a shot through. Ball bobbled loose. Here on the knee, trying to get the shot. Goalkeeper still down. Still can't get it. Ball is loose. Out. Here's McCandless trying to get a shot. She gets taken down. No whistle. And now the ball is cleared. And now I believe the whistle does come. Yes. That's going to be a foul here against the Hornets. And again, it was hard to tell, especially right now with where the sun is and these yellow lines. If it was in the box or just outside, they're setting up for a kick just outside of the box. Still dangerous, especially for this big threat to score here in McCandless. The University of Dayton Flyer to be. Gets set here to take her kick. Now the referee comes from the side. Make sure that everybody is where they should be. And he's backing up these Kirtland defenders who are trying to set up the wall. They weren't even about a foot away. I think they were right there. That would have been very unfair. Good on the referee to come over and set them up and set them way back. This makes things a little bit more fair here, I'd say, for Berkshire. Blows his whistle. Here she comes into her kick. Takes a shot, and it goes through just off the tip of the fingers of the keeper and into the back of the net. Kelly McCandless up to 16 on the season. Well, absolutely amazing right there. What can happen on a set piece. $16 goals here for McCandless. Just keeps on chugging here. It's 2-0 now in favor of the Badgers. Kirtland again on the start. Loses the ball immediately here at midfield. Moving it forward now, here is Ruchalski. Ruchalski gets it centered to McCandless, trying to get through a defender. No, good foot there. As it's back over now to Ruchalski, gets that one centered, and a nice piece to be able to just get it over to her defender by the defenseman. Just got her forehead on it. Make sure it didn't go askew. It goes right over to where she was standing, made it easy for her. McCandless with the ball again. Now she's starting to feel a little more feisty. As the ball gets through, mishandled by the defense, out of play. Who was that last off of? I think we're going to see a goal kicking coming here, or maybe not. Everybody's starting to make their way a little bit closer in. And no, referees are signaling to the corner, opposite side this time. Berkshire is going to get another corner kick here in this game. 17 minutes still remains here in the first half. 2-0 in favor of the Badgers. This one goes up high, but doesn't go quite as deep. It's centered way too far out, and it's cleared easily here by the Hornets. Back with it to regather is Ivy Martin. Gets it over towards that far side here to Kate Wadsworth. Tries to move it forward, though. There to snuff that out and make sure that there's no other big attacks. Was that midfield here for Kirtland? Kick it out near their bench. It's going to be yet another throw in here for the Badgers. Sub waiting on that far side here for the Hornets. And they've been taking a lot of advantage here of this substitution rule again in high school. They've had players coming in and out like it's a hockey game almost, it feels like. Just coming over the benches, just spilling over. All right, your line, your line, your line. Meanwhile, over here for the Badgers, they've just stuck with their starters. They haven't made any changes. They're playing it like it's a true blue soccer game here. And it's obviously working for them here. Keep their players out there. If they're feeling good, why not keep rolling with what works? Got to have confidence here in your players, and not to say that Kirtland doesn't have any confidence in their players. They obviously do. But their tactics are just to try and keep the legs fresh. That centering attempt here is stopped by the defense. Player goes down in the box. Is there a whistle to be had? Doesn't look like it. The ball goes out of play, and it'll just be a throw-in here for Berkshire. Instead, some fans here in the stands were asking for it as the player just gets knocked down. Referee says incidental contact. No need for a whistle. McCandless here got a shot, went just wide, was taken down in the process as well. Another clean tackle called by the referee. We have two referees here today, as I've just noticed. That's why there's no flags. Either or is just taking control of one side of the 50 over the other. Makes it a little bit more difficult here for the referees to make calls as well. We don't have somebody right there in the middle of all the action. Ideally, you have three out on the field. You got one out there in the middle, just running around with the players and make sure that they stay out of the way, of course. And then you've got either one on the lines like we do here on the other side of the 50, as we'll call it since we are on a football field as well. They usually have their flags to signify if it's offside or if they just need to stop play on this side. They don't have that today. It's just a two-man crew. So we'll give them benefit of the doubt here if there's anything that seems egregious that doesn't get called, which so far there really hasn't been. I think they've done a fine job so far here tonight. But benefit of the doubt, since it's not so easy when it's just two people and you're standing primarily on the sidelines, trying to call a game from there at field level. Looks like another substitution was made by Kirtland as play has stopped for a moment. Clock is still counting down. 14 minutes to go here in the half. It looks like we might just be getting a restart here, or maybe not. Is there a timeout? Timeout is called here on the field. It's interesting. So a substitution maybe didn't work out the way they wanted to. Kirtland asks if they can take a timeout. Referee grants it, and they stop the clock with 13 minutes and 54 seconds to go. Neither team is going to their sidelines. They're both still out there in the middle of the field, just maybe about 20 feet away from each other on either side. Teams are just talking. Coaches have nothing to do with this. I think they just wanted to take a timeout here so that way they don't get docked for an illegal substitution, that being Kirtland. Both referees now coming over to talk to each other as well. Slow but surely making their way out towards each other. It's the far sideline. Looks like he's saying he doesn't really know exactly what happened, and the guy was close to the action here. Perhaps just trying to explain exactly what he saw. Well, both referees will take a stroll apart, and whatever happened, I'm not sure if they're fully convinced of what they need to do next. Both huddles will break. Referee calls them back onto the field. It'll be a restart here. I'd say on the borderline of midfield and the attacking third here for Berkshire. And it will be the Badgers to kick things back off quite literally here. Now the referee is stepping back out, and he's changed his mind, and I think Kirtland's going to get the ball instead. And wouldn't it be nice if they had microphones just like the professional level so they could let everybody know exactly what happened. Now he's going to drop the ball here. And that's how we'll start things back off. Clock back up starting. Kirtland with the ball trying to get through, but not very cleanly. Pass forward here. Nice interception and steal by Ruchowski. Ruchowski couldn't quite hold on to the ball. It's back over to Kirtland here as they have a shot from point blank. Probably not point blank, but just from the center. Pretty far out here. The shot was taken by DeMatteo and saved by Howman. Ball gets kicked away. Met there at midfield near the far touchline. Berkshire with it. Moves it back. Defense trying to regather as the midfield and the offense all just trying to scramble to get into position, or at least a position, get hold of the ball. They couldn't quite. And it goes back now to Kirtland on a throw. Ball goes back over, and now it's going back to Berkshire on a throw. I think that one was just a result of neither team being able to fully settle that ball down. 12:50, still to play. Ball kicked forward was intended there for Ruchowski. Instead, stopped by a defender, though the ball still kicked forward, loose and high, now into the attacking third. With it here should be Rukinski, and under siege near the corner. Player goes out, ball goes out. And if there's not a foul, it's going to be a throw in here for Kirtland. Those two players were hugging each other and went down hard right into the flag in that corner. And there was a foul called here. It's going to be a kick from the spot. Kowski was going up against Kylie Sale. Sale was the one who took the brunt of the punishment, and that's why they're the ones getting the kick. Kirtland deep in their own zone, takes it clear, and McCandless gets ahead on it, and back to where midfield it goes. Now trying to get it back up towards McCandless, way too far away. Defense able to kick it back away into the midfield for the Hornets. Heads it forward. Berkshire trying to slow things down, gets a hold of the ball, and gets it back over now towards Martin. Martin kicks it up and tries to get it to McCandless. She does have a hold of the ball on that far side. Three defenders all around her. Gets through all of them now with one left. And a goalie tries to get it in. No, centers it, and it's out of play. But off of a Kirtland defender, as that was the best case scenario. Going up against this player, coming in with a fury, being McCandless. Corner kick incoming again for Berkshire. They're going to keep it short as they get it to McCandless, and they take it quick as well. Far side. Takes a heck of a shot up and way wide and way high. And that'll be a goal kick now for this Kirtland side. Keep looking over at the clock, thinking more time has gone off with so much action going on. It's only been about a minute. That's how fast this game can go. Plenty of folks think soccer is a slow-moving sport. Tell you what, it goes by in a blink of an eye. just when that clock's going down 1 second at a time, it sometimes feels like it can drag, but certainly not. A lot of stuff can happen in just 1 minute. Another throw in here close to us here at midfield. Berkshire trying to get it back into themselves. No, Kirtland able to get a hold of it. Nice interception there on the throw in by Ivy Martin. Here comes Kirtland on the far side. 2v2 here. If they can rush, it might be 3 in favor of Berkshire. Cross ball goes a little bit askew and misses wide and over the line. A goal kick incoming now for Berkshire. As we've got just 10 minutes to go here in the first half of action. Ball kicked forward here. Berkshire under some pressure. Martin with it. Kicks it through, trying to get this one over to McCandless near the line. Just saves it, moves it forward. Pass intended for Rukinski. She couldn't quite get a hold of it here. Kirtland, though, lost the ball, and with it now looked like number 12 here in Rukinski. That's Emma Rukinski. Moves it forward here. Trying to get a hold of it there is Caitlin Rukinski. Ball's out of play instead over the line. And it appears we're going to see yet another corner kick incoming here for Berkshire. Is trotting over is Ali Ruchalski. A lot of corner kicks here in this game so far for Berkshire. A lot of opportunities. Big reason why they're up 2-0 over this Hornet side. Kick comes right to the goalie. Mishandles it. Ball is put into the back of the net. On another broken play, it's 3-0 in favor of the Badgers. Waiting for her to turn around so we can see the number. They're going to say, I believe, Kelly McCandless. Yeah, number 10 in there. And how about that? Up to 17 goals now on the season for her, and she's on hat-trick while she has her brace. Well, why not? Your top leading goal scorer is in the right place at the right time. It's the reason why she's there, why she has so many already on the season, and why it's 3-0 now for Berkshire over a very competitive Kirtland side. On that far side, Marissa Carl having some trouble getting hold of the ball. Kirtland bounces away. Yes, they have possession, though. Whistle blown, and I think we're going to get a handball called against the Hornets. They're trying to contest it, though. That doesn't seem to work too much. No, they're going to say it's against Berkshire. As, well, they make their way the other direction, and the kick comes quick. Player comes over, gets a touch. Doesn't matter. Defense comes over. Some folks asking for an offside. Again, doesn't matter here. It's broken up. Now McCandless comes over here with her here. A little give and go from number 16, Rukinski. McCandless under some pressure here. Whistle blown as she's trying to make her move. They're going to get a kick. That foul, I think, was pretty strategic, I'd say, by the Hornets. If not, McCandless was rushing towards that net. Very well could be celebrating her hat trick right now. Instead, she's got to take a kick here and give it off to another teammate and try and get something set up. Got less than 8 minutes to go. Here in just half number one. Again, we got another full 40 minutes and halftime all included here, so still plenty of time for anything to happen in this game. McCandless taking her time now. Hand up, jogs in, and she just pushes forward, and it just goes wide. About 30, 35 yards out, I'd say. That shot almost on net. A lot of range kickers here and a lot of accuracy. Again, not too far out. So again, wouldn't have been a bad idea if she had decided to try and kick it in or over towards a teammate. But, again, when you're feeling good right now and you're feeling hot, you're going for that goal. And if you feel you can get a shot off like McCandless almost just did, or rather a shot on goal off, you're going to take it. Ball goes out of play. Berkshire gets it here as this last touch by a Hornet. Throw once again here by Ruchalski. Ball intercepted but taken right back here by the Badgers. Sora Sigler under pressure lost the ball, and it's back over towards Kirtland. Back and forth, ball comes loose again. That one just kicked off here by a defender for the Badgers. It's going to be a throw in here on the Berkshire side of the field. Ball at the line, still bouncing off and near. Nope, it's not going to go out. Player slips, falls, gets taken down. And they're going to give possession here to Berkshire, though. I didn't see enough, from my vantage point at least, for a foul to be called. It looked like she slipped on the ball trying to go after it and fell down. Referee says, no, there was contact. And that's just one of those examples of being able to draw a penalty where there probably wasn't one. So they got their kick here. They're set. They moved it back into the attacking third of the field, though Kirtland not making it easy for them as they're heading it back over to midfield. So they try to kick it back over now towards the defensive third. Good job by the defense again to clear it away. Ball now on Ruchowski. Kicks it not too far, though. As there to meet the ball was number 4 for this Kirtland side. Again, not seeing a number 4 on their roster either. Far side, Urbanic tries to get a set ball through. Ball's loose, and now as she dove and lost track of it, Heilman almost saw that ball not go past her, but go towards the goal line. It would have been a corner kick for the opposition as they were far away from the net. But instead, she turns around, sees the ball, picks it up, and now she's kicking it away instead of having to face another deadly opportunity for Kirtland. 5 minutes to go here, half number 1. 3-0 in favor of the Berkshire Badgers. Matt Marr on the call, and Noah Ricks producing here today from Burton, Ohio. It's been a good game here if you're a fan of Badgers. If you like Hornets yourself, not so much. Big collision at the line, and now time is called as 2 players after the collision are slow to get up. Both moving and now both on their knees. But man, oh man, was that a huge and unnecessary collision. If there was anybody to blame for this, though, it looked like 2 girls just going after the ball and trying to play their game. But if anybody was to blame, it would be against Berkshire coming in from behind, and it seemed like initiating the contact. So again, we'll see what the referee wants to call here. Was the ball already out? Did he pull out a yellow card? No, I don't think so. No, he might have. Sending a player off. I think he just issued a yellow card here to Emma Roginski. Yeah, he pulled it out and he's writing it down, taking a note of it. So our first yellow card of the game goes against the Badgers, and she's coming off and cooling off for a second. And looks like she'll be replaced here by the freshman Violet Zell. Out on the pitch she goes for the final 4 minutes and 48 seconds. When the 2 players went down, referee immediately signaled to the box to please stop the time. So it stopped at 4:48. Now the kick comes and we're back underway. And yet another difference here between this and the pro game. The clock actually stops and it counts down instead of up. Yeah, nothing game-breaking, but a little more Americanized, I'd say. Kirtland passes off here on the far left side to Kylie Sales, trying to get this one centered. Ball touched, but not quite controlled, and now cleared away by Berkshire. McCandless able to get a foot on it as she gets back to midfield, though right there waiting for it looks like number 11 and Danica Sham. Far side here, Carl trying to get a hold of the ball, still has it, passes back to her defender. Played safe here with the final 4 minutes of the half. Ball just goes past the intended target, back to midfield, and Kirtland able to get a hold of it and moves it back forward for themselves. Intercepted out of play. Last touch there by number 17, Kit Wadsworth for the Badgers, and a throw comes. A little bit of a hop there on the throw-in. As Kirtland tries to move it up towards the net, over the line it goes. It's going to be a corner kick as it was last touched by a defender for this Berkshire side. 3.5 minutes, plenty of time still to get a goal here if you're Kirtland. Still plenty of danger still to be seen. Corner's going to be on that far side. Hard to tell who's taking it. Well, she runs into it here anyways. Gets it center, goalkeeper way out of her net. Gets lucky as the defense able to head it away. Violet Zelli was on top of that ball and able to slow things down, and now it's going to be a throw-in on that far side here for Berkshire, and it doesn't look like they're in any rush. Pardon me, it's going to be a goal kick instead. Went over the line. She has a defender take it instead. Either way, Berkshire has possession of the ball. In their own defending zone, though. Taken away by Kirtland. Now trying to get a hold of it. Takes a shot through, and Alman able to get on her knees with a slide. Makes a spectacular save. Not much on the shot by DeMatteo, but still deadly nonetheless. It was going square down the middle towards the goal. Nice save. But Berkshire gets it back towards midfield. Kirtland retreating now with the ball into their own defending third. McCandless comes over here, and does she have another goal winner? No, passes forward here. Little loose, keeper comes out and smothers the ball, as almost on top of there was a Berkshire attacker. Man, what an opportunity, just missed by a few inches. Oh boy, ball immediately kicked back in by the keeper. Give it to Catherine Bradshaw, doing a good job out there in net. They're going after it, whistle blown, and a little too much handiwork there by the Hornets. Draws a foul. Official telling them to take it a little bit further up the field than it was. They were going to kick it from around their 50. Now they're on the other side of the field in the 45. Minute 25 to go. The first quarter, and Berkshire taking their time. They're going to switch out the ball. Anything to kill some time off that clock and just make sure that Kirtland doesn't get a hold of this ball for the last minute plus. Totally legitimate time-killing opportunities here for them. If you're on top by this much, you have everything going for you right there. You're allowed to do this. Again, you can't take too much time, as the game has been resumed now. The kick was taken pretty much as soon as they got that ball back in, but still gets a few seconds off and makes it a little more difficult for the opposition. 47 seconds to go, half number one. Kirtland gets it centered across here to number 3 and Pickens. Pickens has a shot to take. It goes just wide, deflected. I believe went off of the defender out there. Hard to tell exactly. I want to say that was Lily Cook who it was off of. It's going to be a corner kick here. 24 seconds. And this Kirtland side, not a whole lot of time. Got to get this ball off here as they've now reached it down to 15. Kick taken, goes across, headed towards the net, though. A little bit more wide instead, staying in 9 seconds. Tries to set it back out. Number 7 takes her shot off the heel and off the side of the arm and eventually stopped by the keeper out there in Addie Howman. Look at the clock, and it's down to zeros, and that is what's going to bring us into halftime here. An absolutely dominant performance here by the Berkshire Badgers. 3-0, 2 goals already out there for Kelly McCandless. She's on her hat trick watch, and we can't wait to see if she's got at least one more in it here. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a little over a minute here and be back for a bit of a halftime update. You're listening to Berkshire Girls Soccer on Godaway Sports and City View Sportscast.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Great Lakes Cheese Stadium in Burton, Ohio. This is Noah Ricks, your founder of Godaway Sports, and this is a great game right now. Our Berkshire Badgers are on top, dominant over the Kirtland Hornets, 3-0. Kelly McCandless just showing why she has gotten that scholarship to Dayton, out to prove something out to everyone in this area, and we are just excited for this kind of soccer team to just show what they have. And you see Kelly McCandless All-Ohio last year in 2024, and that is why she has been able to get her name in the list. And as mentioned, Matt, we do have a little bit of a hat trick watch to look out for. Kelly McCandless just ready to go at it for the second half with 4 minutes to go. And let's see how they can do in the second half. But this is your halftime report. Noah Ricks on Godaway Sports. And we will... And I'm actually going to stay here. I beg your pardon. That is my apologies. But you see the Kirtland Hornets just really trying to get something over the hump. They are just looking to... They have the looks, but they just can't get it in the goal. And you see the defense has been struggling, absolutely, giving up those 3 goals. And you got to tell, Matt, this is just the kind of Kirtland team. It was only a 2-1 game last year out here. But you got to keep in mind, Berkshire, a much improved team. Coach Ian Patterson has his girls on the ride. A regional finalist last year, as well as Kirtland. And we're going to talk about a little more about the company. Okay, so Godaway Sports is a... Sorry, first game jitters. Godaway Sports is our company vision, is to cover communities around the United States. We have our bread and butter of high school sports. We reaching out to... I beg your pardon. I am so nervous right now. But we do have 2 schools on tap. We do have North Olmsted, another school. We're actually going to be out tomorrow night out in North Olmsted as they will play host to Amherst Steel. And this is just one of 7 games being broadcast for Berkshire. Berkshire, we also have girls volleyball, we have boys soccer, and we also have football on tap for this upcoming fall. Football's slated to be scheduled for October 17th, so that is the big game out here at Great Lakes Cheese Stadium. And Godaway Sports is your home for high school athletics, Northeast Ohio's home for high school athletics, and founded by me, Matt Marr, and our other partner, Donald Van Horn, and we hopefully have another partner coming on, Jordan Barber. So that is our vision for Godaway Sports. And if you're interested, just don't feel free. Feel free. Feel free to just look us up on our YouTube page. Just give us a subscribe and look for us on our Instagram handles and our X accounts. So we will send it back to a commercial break real quick, and the second half going underway after this.
Well, we're just about set and ready here for the second half of action here in Burton. Again, 3-0 here for Berkshire. And how about Noah Ricks coming out here, talking a little bit about how this team has done, especially focusing on McCandless. Again, it's incredible here what she's been able to accomplish so far here in her high school career, just her career in general. Obviously, again, going out there and getting herself with onto the University of Dayton Flyers soccer team. That's not an easy feat at all here for anybody to get on a Division I team, but University of Dayton, that's a good program right there, especially for girls soccer. So I'll be excited to see what she does then. But That's in the future. Right now, she is a Berkshire Badger in Burton, Ohio here. And we've got to see how she does here throughout the rest of this season. Already 17 goals strong in 5 games. Holy moly, that is absolutely impressive. And she's looking for number 18 here and maybe more before this game is all said and done against this close rival here in the Kirtland Hornets. Again, a big division rivalry game here. Both teams so far perfect in conference play, but right now, if you're looking for a winner, it's looking like it's going to be Berkshire here who's going to come out on top, though. Again, you got a full 40 minutes here of soccer, of action. Still to be played, so still yet to be seen who exactly is going to win this one. But again, very good presence in the first 40 from the Badgers. Yeah, Matt Maher on the call for you. Producer Noah Ricks came on to the halftime show for us, and all things considered, I still think he did a pretty good job. Again, first game jitters, and again, first game on your new sports broadcasting company. Yeah, I can definitely see how you'd be nervous after that. I know I was a little nervous coming into today's game. And speaking of today's game, we are back underway as Kirtland kicks things back off. Both teams swap sides. Now Kirtland attacking to the right and Berkshire attacking to the left. Nice steal here through one. Trying to get a shot through. No. Good defense there as Marissa Carl. Oh boy, she was right on top of it. Almost got herself a bit of a break. Though that midfield not letting too much get through. Berkshire with it here. Pass over now to Brianna Kenny. Move forward, no. Defended and taken away by the Kirtland Hornets. Pass forward, no. A little too strong. Defense comes over, kicks it up near the field. Kirtland comes back. They will be the first to it and kicks it back up that field into the attacking third, though. Man, there's nothing but Badgers around. Just kicked out here and trying to slow things down and maybe restart things here is Kit Wadsworth, number 17 for Berkshire. A throw-in comes here deep in the defensive zone here for the Badgers. Taking the throw, number 7, Kylie Sale. Moves into some traffic here. Player under some pressure here. Who got a hold of it for Kirtland. Will get it over through and over to McCandless. The woman of the match so far. Trying to get past one. No, gets caught up. Ball's taken away by the Hornets. Now taken back by McCandless. Didn't give up. That is beautiful there. And that's that senior presence right there. The veteran presence here at this level of play coming into effect. Knowing not to give up on the ball and going after it, man, was that big for their team. Under pressure, though, Kirtland steals it away. Couldn't quite get it out of that midfield, but still good to see there by McCandless. Ball now kicked out of play under some pressure here by the defense of Berkshire. It's going to be thrown for Kirtland. Going into the first 2 minutes of action here of this second half. Final 38 to go here in this game. Shot taken, not much to it there, and a beautiful job there by the goalkeeper and Heilman to make another nice save. Pops this one up towards the 40, and this time actually finds a teammate there, Marissa Carl, though she couldn't settle it down. Taken away by Kirtland, and they're under pressure here, that being Berkshire. Pardon me. Yeah, he had some pregame jitters. Still a little bit of jitters over here. It's been a little bit here since I've been able to call a soccer game, so do beg your pardon here if I do come off a little choppy. And if I have come off a little choppy. Throw coming here at midfield. Throw was taken by Kit Wadsworth. Forward, but not to a teammate. Kirtland able to kick it up and out of play over that touchline once more. And again, Wadsworth will be taking the throw. Goes up a little further and now goes in trying to find that one over towards Marissa Carl and couldn't quite find her. Chasing after the ball and trailing behind was Violet Zell. Stays in the game after being subbed on after the yellow card incident at the very end of the first half. Ball went over the line. It's the touchline. It's a throw coming here. Yet again for Berkshire. Dangerous spot, though the ball trickling through doesn't get to the goalie. It's kicked out by a defender. Once again, another throw-in in the same spot here for the Badgers. Throw comes in once more. Ball missed by number 21 again, that being Zell. Goes out of play, touched by the keeper, and it's going to be a goal kick incoming here for the Hornets. Still not taking those goal kicks is Bradshaw. She's handing it off once more to her teammates. Again, that happens for a bevy of different reasons. Usually it just has to do with who's got a stronger kick. Goalkeeper knows how to stop balls and make sure that things obviously don't go in, and all things considered, with all the pressure she's been facing, I still think she's done a fine job for her team. She just needs her offense to step up a little bit more, though. Of course, Berkshire doing a good job here at the moment. Howman doing another great job staying proactive, getting out in front of this ball as it was centered over, but Howman, reading that there was still time to get over, gets there first. On her knees, makes the stop, now kicks it away. With the ball here is Sale. Can't quite move it forward, moves it back instead, back to the midfield, and gets it back once again. Now towards the touchline, looks back again. Her only option is backwards, not forward. Defense comes in. Berkshire takes possession during a misplay, and here comes McCandless on the attack, trying to cut through two, and ends up taking a player down. Ball kicked away, and with the amount of contact between two, referee just says play on. Ball now in Kirtland possession, back at midfield. Trying to get it into that defensive third here for Berkshire. Berkshire, though, not letting too much go, and in there to make the stop and make the steal is Brianna Kenny. Back to her defense, kicked forward here and hoping that Sora Sigler can get a hold of the ball. Ball's kicked away instead by Kirtland back forward at the line and out of play. That was last touched by the junior Kit Wadsworth. Defensive midfield here. It's definitely been her big role. Can move forward if she needs to, but has stayed back to act as another defenseman when needed. And man, has she been a big key here for the defense so far in this game. Said her name quite a bit. She's made some very nice and impressive stops so far here on the attack, slowing things down, suppressing the opposition. Berkshire here with possession, moves it forward on that far side midfield, tries to get it up too much on it with a lot of players for Kirtland surrounding. They'll kick it out of play with some pressure coming in on that far side by Zelli, and it's going to be a throw-in. And is there going to be a substitution? No. For a second, it looked like there was a player just making her way on the field, but she was already out there to begin with. That would have been for Kirtland again. They're the ones who seem to be a little bit more in favor here of making these subs. And no, Berkshire, I stand corrected. They do decide to make that substitution. Looks like Zelli comes off. And we'll wait and see who came on for her because, well, I missed it here. I'm sure we'll say whoever's name it is in a moment. There's going to be a free kick incoming on that far side as they didn't get quite started immediately after the sub. There was a foul beforehand, and there's going to be a spot kick for the Berkshire Badgers. Referee coming and backing up that defense again. This wall here for Kirtland, they've really liked to try and start things off here right there in front of the shooter. It's just not a fair advantage for them. Shot taken, goes off the toe of the keeper, and then she dives out in front of it and makes the smothering stop. Wow, that ball just went right where it almost needed to. If her legs were just a little more spread apart than they were, we'll probably see a goal right through the 5-hole. Instead, the ball goes out of play. Last touch by Kirtland. That was number 7 trying to play. It just couldn't settle down. Sale, the sophomore midfielder, gave possession away briefly to Berkshire. McCandless trying to come in and steal it away from Kirtland on the throw. Instead, it's moved forward here. Berkshire is going to get there first at the line, and they'll touch it as it goes out of play. And it's going to be a corner kick here instead of allowing them to get that bit of a break. Maybe try and get that slop. No, she kicked it out after it went over the line. They're saying last touch by Kirtland. It looked like she was just conceding here, but no. Referee says it was touched after it went over the goal line, so the kick comes, and we play on. Berkshire almost under possession, though Kirtland able to take it back after the kick. 32.5 minutes to go here in this ball game. Again, soccer, you can end in a tie. We've already seen once so far this season for Berkshire, a 1-1 draw against those West Branch Warriors. Game just about a week or so ago. It's going to be another goal kick here. Defense taking it for Berkshire. Neither goalie stepping up to take these kicks here. Opting to use their defense. And this ball didn't get too far away. Headed back in by Kirtland, though. They don't have the numbers. Defense comes in, swarms, steals the ball away for the Badgers. McCandless kicks this one forward, and nobody's nearby, or pardon me, no. Out of the shadows, here they come. They've got a player, tries to get it centered, and too far this time. Now the ball doesn't work for them. Goes over out of the line. It's going to be a throw-in instead of a goal kick here for Kirtland instead. And that's exactly what you needed, though, here if you're on the attack. Of course, that being the best-case scenario of you couldn't get the other opponents here, you're either the defenders, pardon me, here to get that touch beforehand, but you're not always so fortunate. Throw comes in. Berkshire losing possession for a moment, though they regather here around midfield. Moves it forward and kicked right back. Kirtland has possession. Kicks it back over, and now over here to DeMatteo. Lost the ball. A little bit of a touch. There's McCandless. Pardon me, no. Yes. They get it up, move it forward. No dice. Good block here by the defense. Not letting it get past their own boot. Now Kirtland moves it forward. Still past one defender. The ball is at least, though that defense comes over, kicks it over the touchline. And a throw-in incoming now for the Hornets. Final 30 minutes of action here in this big game here versus Kirtland and Berkshire. Kirtland trying to get around one here. Can't get White past the second. Now they do chip it forward, still near that line. Defense here for Berkshire being relentless, not giving them much of an opportunity, just taking a shot from far and wide, and the ball goes, well, just about the same, far and wide. Missing the net, and it's going to be a goal kick incoming once more here for the Badgers. Not a bad crowd on hand here. Plenty of parents and other loved ones, maybe friends, all coming over to watch this game here in person. Always nice to see that showing here for soccer, especially with girls soccer. You don't always expect to see quite a crowd, but here, not a bad showing at all. And that's on both sides as well. Kirtland able to fill up a little bit on that visitor side. A lot of them seem to be clumped together, though. It is a little chilly out there today as we're getting into the actual fall weather season, though. Of course, Northeast Ohio, you never know. We might have an 80 or 90 degree weather day tomorrow. Who knows? But at least tonight, it's starting to feel like soccer season here. As Berkshire retreating back in their zone. Kirtland pushes off. Almost got possession here. And that far side being played by the defenseman Ivy Martin just clears it hard and out of the way. Throwing comes quickly, but it gives her team a chance to get back and play actual defense here instead of scrambling to go up against the one player who was charging forward here for the Hornets. Ball once again cleared out of play, this time a little further up the line. Another throw coming in on the far side here for the Hornets. Doesn't get too far, and Berkshire able to stand tall, gets the ball back, and immediately just turns and kicks it right back over the line. Not much to go here. Not much room to play off of. They got to find that ball in a different position, and now they finally do. On that far side, McCandless trying to get around two defenders. Ball gets through. Can the player? Yes, she kicks it up. Nice centering attempt, though. There to stop it looks like Gianna Trem. Back to McCandless under some pressure, gets around one. Kicks it forward, and it's going to be intercepted and kicked away briefly here by Kirtland, though Berkshire around it. There is Carl. Mr. Carl still trying to get hold of it. The ball just goes over her head and knocked into the defending third here for the Badgers. Hornets take a shot. A little bit of a chip shot here from an angle. Ball stays wide, and it's another goal kick incoming. As we're seeing a bunch of those coming here. Kirtland doing a good job here in the second half of maintaining possession and showing some high-danger opportunities. They just haven't been able to finish just yet, which is why we still sit at 3-0 here for the Badgers. But they are starting to show some danger here. They're keeping Berkshire on the edge of their feet and the edge of their seats here. Those sitting on the bench, I'm sure. Maybe should have said on their tiptoes. There we go. Kirtland gets the ball back here after taking McCandless down. Chasing after the ball on that far side near the corner. It's going to be cleared out of play by Berkshire. The throw comes quickly. Kirtland not able to settle it down. It's cleared away by the Badgers. Back at midfield here with the ball. Berkshire hustling up. No, ball gets a little too far away. That's Emma Rukinski, who lost the ball now here, trying maybe just to be a little fancy here. Comes through muscles and gets it back here over now towards Melissa Carl. Carl on the far left side looks for a shot, centers it, and it's going to be stopped by a defenseman. Ball near the corner, out of play. Who touched it last? Two players both vying for it. It looks like Berkshire will get a throw in here. Did look like it went to the left of that flag. That is accurate. So it wasn't going to be a corner kick. Kirtland did enough to avoid that. Looks like Zelli will step back out on the field here. Waiting for a player here to get off. So we can tell you who comes off, and it looks like it's number 16 here in Caitlin Rusinski. Kirtland on the throw, able to steal it away, though, right back forward. Trying to get that ball through was Kit Wadsworth. Not quite lucky, and now here comes Kirtland on the counter. Pushes forward through the legs of a defender. Not much to it here. Gets around the second defender. No, still under pressure here. Third comes in, and they snuff that out. That opportunity could have been very dangerous here. But all three come in and just bamboozle that incoming attacker. Ball gets cleared towards the goal line, out of play. And Kirtland was the last to touch it, as there was a big long pass just trying to get it over back to that attacking player who was causing so much trouble. Over the line, it's going to be a goal kick coming here. 25 minutes to go here in the ball game. Berkshire taking a second here. Now they'll take their kick. Keep it low, but they get it pretty good distance. Takes it a long bounce and over towards the 40. Nice take here, and they can hurry. Have a 3-on-2. Takes a shot instead as the defender comes back, and it's going to go just wide. Now, did she get the shot off the side of a foot here, or is it a goal kick? Referee signaling for a goal kick. Thought that she maybe just was able to get it, maybe deflected off of that incoming defender and get that corner kick for a team. Now, referees, they at least didn't see it. Not saying it happened, but it looked like it very easily could have. Kick is taken, though, nonetheless. Berkshire trying to get a hold of it. Kirtland, though, not having any of it. That possession, kicks it back. Trying to get through. Good job by the defender to get a foot on it, but not too much. Taken away instead by another. That was Marissa Caro who got the foot in there. On that far side, looks like McCandless. Tries to get a cross ball through. Did it go in? No, it was up and over and behind the net. A little deceiving from our angle, wasn't it, Noah? Getting a big nod right here. And not always the easiest to tell from all the way up here. But when there's nobody celebrating, I suppose that's the big giveaway, huh? 23.5 minutes to go. Kirtland taking their sweet time here for this goal kick. And the ball went up and over the net. Now the kick finally taken, gets it back around the 40. That seems to be the average, the sweet spot for everybody out here kicking the ball. Let's get it from the end zone over towards that 40-yard line. It's not a bad kick at all. A lot more powerful than I could do. Ball goes over the line. And I believe Kirtland will get the throw. There was nothing but Hornets around, but they were just watching it go out, just making sure that there are no Badgers coming in to try and steal it away before it goes over. Throw comes over. It's touched by about two different players, and a goal kick will come here. Or no, corner? Hard to tell off of reactions. There's a Kirtland player and a Berkshire player all waiting, and now we finally do get signal here that will be a goal kick, a corner kick. A corner kick incoming here for Kirtland. Everybody makes their way back in. Offense and defense alike. Now, here, ready, arm up, kicks up, and it's headed away. Great job there. Looks like McCandless able to get her head on it. And here they come, perhaps on the counter attack. There's a forward defense. Whiffs the ball on the kick forward on the first, but they finally get a little shorter the second time around. Though here comes Berkshire once more. Marching through, trying to cut in, and the little chip shot through did not go. Defense able to block it. Kirtland gets possession once more as they kick it forward. Bouncing ball out of her net, and able to make the grab was Howman. Howman holding on to the ball right now. See how far she wants to kick this one, how far she can. Bounce over the 40 here, over to her teammate. The far side. Looked like that was Marissa Carl, who once had it. Now coming around here, McCandless. Again, she's got her brace. Can she get her third? Cross pass instead. This one gets over to Violet Zelli. Zelli not able to get a whole lot on that ball, though, coming over here and making sure that it's still on their feet here as Kit Wadsworth move forward, and it's going to be popped up and partially cleared here by the Hornets. Now go over to get it, though, is Brianna Kenny. Kenny's passed over, intercepted, but she gets it right back. Back and forth this ball goes. That's Marissa Carl with it. Moves forward, too strong to her teammate, and it goes over the goal line. And goal kick incoming here now for this Kirtland Hornets side. It's been a much quieter second half here. No goals just yet. A lot of action, a lot of chances here, especially for Kirtland. But still, no noise yet, no racket in the back of that net. Both teams playing a little bit more solid defense. Berkshire knew that this attack was going to come from Kirtland here. Come out with energy, and they've maintained it for the first half of this half. Not to sound too redundant. But still, defense has stood tall. Goaltending has not been afraid to go after those balls and make the stops needed. All-around good job defensively here in the second half after it was more or less just all offense in that first half for Berkshire. There's a sub being made here for this Berkshire side. The senior, Caitlin Rukinski, steps back in. Looks like she's taking over here for Marissa Carl. Players ready, kick taken. Berkshire gets a hold of it here. McCandless on the far side, trying to get around one defender. Yes, she can. Pass over now, a little soft toucher. This one's going to be taken wide. Another goal kick incoming here for Kirtland. Shot taken on that far side, just misses to the right of the net. Screams by, and well, the ball grows out there, volunteering to go chase after all these soccer balls, chasing after the one that was just kicked wide and away. Under 20 to go. Kirtland once again taking their time. Still waiting here. Now with some hesitation, the kick's taken. Goes over McCandless's head as she was getting ready to jump for it. And it goes back over now to the mid-third. Cleared over the line by Berkshire. Kirtland will get it around the 50-yard line. Here to take the throw, Danica Schaum. Schaum's pass in, finds a teammate here. That was number 12, who was unable to hold on to it. Lil Horna was the one who tried, but unsuccessful. Now Berkshire trying to get an attack going. I thought that it was Marissa Carl who came off, but I see her on that far side moving it up. McCandless trying to get hold of that ball on that far side as well. No, it's out of play. Like I say, last off Kirtland, and it's going to be a corner kick incoming. As that far right side attacking winger sets it down, and I would assume that's going to be our usual suspect of Ali Rachowski to take the kick on that far side. Not as quick with it as their opponent, though it makes sense. They are up 3-0 after all. McCandless almost got a foot on that one and sent it right into the back. Instead, it just skims off her foot. Ball taken, shot saved again by the keeper. This time a little bit more of a shot here over towards Bradshaw. She makes another spectacular stop, though. I'm telling you, though, McCandless almost got her hat trick right there off of the set from the corner. Off the side of her leg, just couldn't get her shot off. Good defense. Ball got cleared out, and a shot was taken from a midfielder, and again, right on net, but nice stop there. The moment the ball is at midfield, it has been called dead. Player is down on the field for Kirtland. That's Olivia Pickens as the coach comes over to check up on her. Clock will stop with 17 minutes and 39 seconds to go as they tend to the injured player. Well, again, number 3, Olivia Pickens, is one of the players that we highlighted earlier in this game. Number 2 goal scorer in her area, and she's been able to score very well from both her left and her right foot. So I do suppose if there's a problem with one of her feet, I guess you could just start hopping around on the other one and she could still just do some damage. I mean, if you're the number 2 goal scorer in your area, one of the best out there in Kirtland, well, in that school at least, might just see that happen here. So again, they're taking a good look at her and make sure that, all kidding aside, that she is all right. Looks like there's 2 coaches out there, perhaps maybe one and being the athletic trainer as well. Both referees have converged and have convened, rather. Both now walking away from each other onto the right side. Definitely tell the guy who is to our right here, blue shirt is the chief here of the two. He's holding on to the ball. Has been calling a lot of the shots here tonight as well. Younger counterpart on the other side of the field. He's been busy as well and has been giving his 2 cents. But it seems whatever the older gentleman on our right here is saying is the way it's gone. Both referees have done a fine job here tonight calling this game, have kept it very fair, though I'm sure there are some Badgers fans who would disagree with some of the calls that they've made. That's just how it goes. They've done a great job, though, and especially given the circumstances here, you know? They don't have a third referee out there. It's just the 2 line judges playing as both here, both as the referee and line judges. It's double duty for them. It's not easy to do that, especially with how fast this game has gone. Tip of the cap to them. They've done a fantastic job tonight. You're calling this game and keeping it fair. I don't think they've missed too much, if any. If we'd been able to get their names before the game, which I'm not even sure if they tell anybody up here in the box that information, probably for good reason. If we had gotten their name, I'd definitely be giving them a much larger shout-out if I could. Ball is dropped. We're back underway here with 17 and a half minutes to go. Berkshire with possession, trying to push that one forward. No good here. That ball was regathered, though, by Ali Ruchalski. Tries to move it forward here, now back to center. Player gets taken down. A lot more pressure being shown here by the Kirtland defense after seeing their teammate go down and taken off the field and being subbed off. They kick it clear for a moment back in midfield. Berkshire takes it out of play. That should be a Badgers throw-in coming here as it's off the knees of a defender coming in. Berkshire does get a hold of this ball. Badgers go after it. McCandless now trying to chase after that ball. Gets cleared before she can even touch it. Through the legs here of a Badger, and here comes Kirtland to try and take advantage here of their newfound possession. Number 5 here, don't have a 5 on the roster again. Perhaps maybe on the JV roster. I'm not seeing 5. Yes, that might be Morgan Brunetti for Kirtland out there chasing after the ball and drawing a penalty. It's going to be a free kick here just outside of the box. Dangerous spot. We almost saw McCandless shoot a ball right into the net. More centered here than what we have, as it's to the right and wide. Meanwhile, hers was more so right down the middle with her shot, but still very dangerous positioning here for this Kirtland side. Here's the shot taken by number 10, and it's right on goal, but that also means it's right into the arms of the goalkeeper and Addie Hyman. She's done a fantastic job here tonight, making a bevy of saves. She's making it look easy. Tell you what, a lot of those shots that come near me, it's going right through my legs, and my legs are right through my arms and my legs and into the back of the net. It's not an easy job out there, so tip of the cap to both of these 2 young ladies in net tonight. So again, they've done a good job here, especially in the second half. You're much improved here for Catherine Bradshaw. About 25 minutes here of shutout soccer since we started this half. Much improved. Ball went out of play. Kirtland was the last to touch it. It was over the goal line, so goal kicking coming here for Berkshire. The final 15 minutes coming here in this ball game. Kirtland need to find that energy that they had to start off this half and get those attacks going. Down 3, starting to look a little more desperate as this game continues to labor on. Kirtland with it. Ball blocked here as the pass through was denied, taken by Lil Horna. Horna gets it back, pass back, now chip forward, hoping that maybe this one can find it. Teammate is in fact found, and again, we're going off of JV roster here and Morgan Brunetti, so we haven't been confirmed. McCandless, though, on the other side, as I look back up, has the ball, was able to take it away as possession just wasn't handled cleanly here by Kirtland. Nice little ball through the legs, back to it. McCandless does not have it, though. It's back towards the midfield, and now defense. And now, perhaps taken away here by Kirtland. Do the Hornets have a break on that far side? No, a good kick out of play to snuff that one out and let the defense get back to where they need to be. A throw-in coming, though, in the defensive third for Berkshire, and it comes quickly. On that far side, still a foot race for that ball as it's going towards the goal line. Slow down, stop. Berkshire clears it away. Far side here, near that touchline, out of play. It's going to be another throw-in. Same spot as the last one here for Kirtland. Throw comes in near that line and near that corner now on the far side. Out of play it goes, and who was last to touch it? Referees are going to agree. Kirtland will get the corner kick. Everybody's got to hustle back over here. All but one corner kick so far in this game has been long. Nobody's kept it short, other than, of course, earlier, I believe that was a Berkshire one in the first half. Just hoping to maybe get McCandless a better looking shot. Turned into nothing, but these long ones looked a little more dangerous, though. Again, defense not able to make the stop. Shots up and just over the net for Kirtland as they almost got their first goal of this game. Referees are going to award another corner kick as they're going to say that Addie Howman touched that one as it went over. So she deflected it over. So another great save to add to her resume here, to her portfolio. But again, they've got to make another stop here on that far corner. Corner comes in, centered well here. Header missed, ball bounces past, and towards the other corner it goes. Defense has it, kicks it out. It's going to be a throw-in this time. A little less dangerous, but still anything can happen for Kirtland. Take it quickly again. They do not want to let up here. They need to keep the pressure going. It's a team that's playing like they are down 3-0. Though Berkshire at the moment, well, they're having trouble right now. Kirtland finally kicks it up and away, and it will be a goal kick this time as it goes over the line. Not much to it there. I think she was trying to take a shot, just did not have much on it. Maybe losing some energy, whoever took it. It's a crowd of players. Hard to see the number. Final 12 minutes to go here. Berkshire takes their kick. Canlis trying to get a hold of that ball. Not quite. It's cleared back. Kirtland has it off of a Berkshire player as they try to move it forward. The pass was interrupted, and it's going to be a throw-in. Far side once more. Here in front of their own bench for Kirtland. Ball goes over, finds a defender. Immediately cleared back over after the initial touch. Ball out of play. Was trying to get a touch on that ball, but then realized that it was a Kirtland player who had cleared it over the line. So she lets it go instead, allowing her team to get the goal kick. Did she take it herself here this time? No, she sets it down for the defenseman instead. Second, it looked like she was going to try and take it very quickly there, Noah. I'd honestly like to see that here. See what she's got in her. Especially at this stage in the game, though. I don't think you want to take that risk. You can get it further away. You get it further away, though. They didn't get it quite far. They kept it short this time on the goal kick. They're still playing defense in the back of their zone. Now they clear it over as it seems like ball had gone over and then came back out, so they just tried to save it, that being Kirtland. It's a throw-in for Berkshire instead on the far side. Near that line again. Stopped here by the Badgers. Trying to pass it forward and across. Not much to it. McCandless comes in, though, to disrupt anything Kirtland has and moves it forward for a team. Here they come on attack, pushing in. Ball disrupted but not stopped. Still moving forward, and Berkshire still has possession. No. Whistle blown. Kirtland's going to get a throw-in as it must have just barely gone over that line as the Badger side just wasn't convinced. Wasn't convinced that ball had gone over fully. Here we sit anyways. Kirtland waiting for a moment as they're going to make a sub. Once again, off the field, I can tell you that's number 12. And Lil Horna on the field. Looks like 5 comes back out there. And Bernetti. Well, game going a little bit further, so this game goes on. Players starting to look a little more tired again. It's not surprising to start seeing a few more subs coming on and off here for either team, but not surprising that Kirtland's doing it as well. Again, going back to trying to conserve that energy and keeping the energy up. Taking these players out every so often. Ball was moved forward here. It's in the attacking third here for Kirtland. It just got cleared over the line by a Berkshire player. Throw-in comes quickly here by Bernetti. And gets it over to a defender. Nobody was ready for it. I think the only person who was ready for that throw was the thrower herself. Nobody was around. Just shot it right over to a Berkshire player. They're still on their side of the pitch, though. Kirtland has recovered, though. Try and keep it in? Maybe not. Far side, ball moved forward. A defender able to get a piece of that one going towards the line and out of play. Throw-in incoming here for the Badgers. Was there a whistle blown? Yes, there was. Looking, don't see a player coming down. No, because as soon as the ball went out, Berkshire wanted to make a substitution as Violet Zelli will step back out onto the pitch. Looks like that was 17. Kit Wadsworth is going to get a break. No, pardon me. That's the number 14 Source. Sigler stepping off for Zelli. Ball towards that line, out of play. Another throw incoming now for the Badgers. Final 8 minutes and change to go here in this game. Last score was by McCandless. Her second goal of the night. She sits now at 15 on the season. Still out there waiting for an opportunity to strike. Pass that one across instead. And it gets taken away by Kirtland. Good interception, good read on the play. Now they find McCandless once more. Cuts around to the right. Takes her shot. A little wide. And it goes over the line. Well away from the goal as well. And it's going to be a goal kick here. Should be a goal kick here for Kirtland, and it will be. Again, defenseman coming over here to take that kick for him in front of the goal. Keep an eye on where these players are all shuffling. A lot of movement here, finally slowing down. And the kick, with some hesitation, is taken. Kept low, but getting the distance through. Brunetti trying to get a hold of it, couldn't. Berkshire gets back. They'll get to it first. Near the line, slows it down. Nice little heel there to stop it entirely. Now over to Zelli. Does she have the speed? Yeah, gets taken down in the process, and that should be a kick coming here for Berkshire. Zelli going after the ball, was taken down, almost onto her knees, able to regain her balance, but the referees saw enough there for the infringement and a spot kick coming for the Berkshire Badgers. Coming over to take the kick here, freshman number 18 and Claire Corbett. Again, this is the center back here who has been very well praised by her coach, one who's played it pretty much every single time here that she's played. Has been attacking the most dangerous player, not just on the team, but in this game so far offensively here, McCandless, all season. Wasn't that bad of a kick, though. After a while, it was finally cleared back into the defensive third. Kirtland now regathers at the middle third. Move forward and denied and back over the line here. Kicked over the line by the junior and Kit Wadsworth. Throw comes quickly, and it goes quickly back over the line. Just as soon as it comes over, it goes back over. Throw comes in. This one, they keep it a little shorter this time. Back to Wadsworth. Has the ball. Shot. Block. Good job there putting your body on the line. Looked like by number 18 out there in Corbett. Ball kicked backwards here. It's Berkshire who gets a hold of the ball. After a little bit of a bounce, moves it forward over here. And up the middle towards the sophomore and Emma Rukinski. Ski onto the far side near the line. Too strong over the line it goes. Another throw-in incoming here for the Berkshire Badgers. Ball out of play again. Last off of Kirtland, I believe. Should be once more. Another throw-in here for the Badgers. Final 5.5 minutes to go here in this game. Berkshire looking to see if they can make it 4-0 here. Not necessary, though, if they can't get it to McCandless. I'm sure that everybody here in this stadium would love to see that hat trick, and I'd love to see how this place reacts to that, to be quite frank. Again, not a bad crowd here early season. A pair of substitutions being made very quickly here on the pitch as well for Berkshire. Again, they're not taking number 10 off. She's staying off there on that far right side. Playing in the midfield today. Ball almost right to her, instead right over her head once more. There's a screamer going by her. Here comes Kirtland. Cross pass over. Defense is there first. But who stops it? Slowed down by Brunetta. Gets it back towards her teammate, trying to get a hold of it. The shadows making it hard to see who's who. That's De Matteo. Pass across now here. One more touch over, and they'll have to send it back as the defense. Scrambling all over the place, making it very difficult here for Kirtland. This time they'll take a long pass over. And the goalkeeper having all kinds of trouble, still chasing after it out of her box. She's got to hustle back. This might be a big chance here for Kirtland if they can get their shot. Here's a chance for Brunetta. Shot. Nice save on her knees. Rebound. Players go down. Ball over the line, and that kills it. Huge chance. Nothing to it, though, for Kirtland. Badgers able to make one heck of a stop. A player, after it's all said and done, is down on a heap next to the goal. A bunch of players just on top of each other there, I'm sure. Getting the cleats to any part of your body isn't going to feel good, especially after playing a full game. about 75 minutes of action here so far. And so they will tend to her. That'll be another stoppage here as it stops with 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Still here in this game. Looking on that far side, looks like we're got somebody warming up on there, getting ready to take over for whoever the player is that's down over there. It's very hard to tell from our distance. Matt Maher on the call for you here this evening. Has been a fun one here, especially if you are a Berkshire faithful, and got Noah Ricks producing over here and walking back and forth over here, making sure everything's doing good. A great job for us here tonight. And if you're interested here in hearing him call a full game, if you like what you heard during halftime, you want to hear him call a full game, got North Olmsted football tomorrow night. That's going to be him on the call, all him, all night long. It's going to be fun to see. Gets the pregame jitters out of the way here, get all the nerves out of the way here, so that way he's ready for the main event tomorrow. Absolutely. Still waiting here for the player to be tended to here and to be able to get back up. Honestly, we don't know exactly what happened. We just saw players going after the ball as you would here in any soccer game. But they're taking their time here. Check up on this player. Got 3 different huddles here. Just taking a notice here. 3 different huddles, all amongst Berkshire players, about 3 or 4 players each. It's almost like they're all coming up with different game plans here. Could be very interesting. Well, now they've all broken apart. We've got a couple of girls who are just keeping warm on the middle of the field, just doing some jogging back and forth, so that way they don't completely lose anything here while they wait for the player still down here to be tended to. Got some players coming back on the field here for the Hornets. And they seem like they might be a little convinced here. Their teammate's going to be up here in the next minute or so, hopefully. Never want to see a player go down. She is sitting up on her own. And now she's finally getting up as well. A little helping hand, and looks like, yeah, it might be a problem there with an ankle or something. Don't want to speculate. Just a lower body injury as she's hopping off the field. And I mean that literally. She's got an arm around her coach now as they're helping her off. Definitely laboring. Now as it stands, players are waiting near the corner. And this might be Berkshire who touched it last. So I think we're going to see a Kirtland corner kick incoming after it's all said and done. Would make sense. Again, we saw one heck of a stop here by Addie Heilman. And then the next shot just goes wide again because of the collision. Doing part to it, I should say. Player is off the field, just getting off slowly. Here's the kick as we're back into action. That one's headed up, and it goes a little way, though. Whistle is blown. They might make him restart this here. I'm not sure. If maybe they were just still waiting for the player to get off the field. Maybe the referee wasn't very happy with where her position was. I'm not sure, but they are telling them, let's do this again. Clock will stay put here. 3 seconds burned off. Now whistle blown, and referee does say play ball. So interesting. Not sure exactly what happened there entirely. Kick taken here, centered. This one cleared away once more. Kirtland should be the first. No, it's going to be Berkshire. Yes, to get a touch on that ball. And here they come. Great effort here on the sprint with the ball here. Looks like number 5 in Sarah Romask. Trying to get past the second defender. Yes, she does. Still with the ball now. Passes forward. Nobody's there. But one heck of an effort there by Romask to get a hold of that ball. Seeing it just cleared away and finishing the job. Gets it all the way over to the opposing goalie. And just completely obliterate that chance for the Hornets. Berkshire having trouble now as that ball deflects off the face of an opponent and goes back into their own side of the field. Over the line, and a throw in on the far side here with the final 3 minutes still to play. Thrower on the far side for Kirtland. Hesitates and now throws in. Finds a Berkshire player. Now she finds her teammate. Tries to get it through, whistle blown. Not sure if maybe with that bouncing ball, the referee saw perhaps a handball. But it looks like we're going to see a spot kick, so my assumption here would be handball. Wall's getting themselves set up. Referee coming over to make sure that all is right. Clock's still going down here. That does not stop for this, so we got 2.5 minutes and counting. Now, if you're Kirtland, you more or less are pretty much all in agreement here that this game is lost, but you can still try and salvage it here and play for some more respect, get a goal here, and just end the shutout at the very least. That's more or less what they're playing for at this point as we're getting to the final 2 minutes of action. They're going to take it short. Now here's a shot taken up high and just wide past that corner. Not much work needed there for Alman, though. She still went after it, as you would expect. This Kirtland side has not made it easy on this defense for Berkshire. Especially here in the second half, Kirtland has definitely had the advantage in possession. Big shift here from that first half. They made the adjustments, but just haven't been able to put it past that net. They had a huge chance before our stoppage for the injury just moments ago. But with two big chances with a wide open net and nothing to it. Ball just cleared away barely in time as a impeding offensive player for Berkshire came in and almost took it away from the goalie who just got her kickoff, and it's back at midfield. What an opportunity here for them to make it 4-0 and really just put their stamp on this game. Turning around now with it is Marissa Carl. Off to the side, player comes in, still with a hustle. Looks like that might be Ali Rachowski. This one centered across. No, it's just a shot taken and stopped with ease here by Bradshaw. Last minute to go here in this game. See how this one fully ends. Can Kirtland find that one goal here, or will it be a 3-0 shutout here? Rematch for this last year's final in their regions. Throw comes in quickly here. No time to waste. Berkshire gets a hold of that ball, and they do clear it partially now out to midfield. 30 seconds to go. Ball kicked in. Berkshire has it. Kicks it back and forth it goes. Kirtland now able to get a shot. Bouncing ball. Heilman. Oh, she bobbles the ball, and it could have gone by her, but she's able to just do enough to stop it. With 17 seconds, she'll take her sweet time to kick this one away. Kicks this one over here, now out towards the line. That one's out for a throw with 5 seconds to go, though. Won't matter much. Throws in, ball's in play. 3, 2, 1. As the ball's kicked away, the game comes to an end, and Berkshire comes out with a huge 3-0 shutout. And the celebration over by the goal says it all. These girls very excited here, happy that they just won this huge Chagrin Valley Conference matchup here. Berkshire will advance to 2-0, and barring the outcome of Chagrin Falls' next game, they should sit atop that first place spot here in the conference. 1-1 now is the record for Kirtland. Wow, what a game here, though, Noah. What a game. Exciting to say the least. Great job here by McCandless. We were warned, I guess rather hyped up here about what she can do and what she brings, and I don't think she disappointed here at the slightest. Obviously, in the second half, they figured some things out here, how to defend her a little bit better and slow things down, which is part of the reason why it stayed 3-0. But that first half, oh boy, if you like goals, you saw a whole bunch of them here in this game, or rather, you heard a whole bunch of them here in this game. Now, as this game comes to an end, so does our first broadcast here on Godaway Sports. For all who were able to, well, we wanted to let you watch, but unfortunately technology had another one. We'll work out the kinks for tomorrow and hopefully in the future. But for those who were able to tune in tonight, thank you so much for coming in and supporting us, and more so supporting these young ladies out here on the pitch. It means a whole lot to them, a lot more than it does probably to us. For those of you on City View, pardon me, thank you so much as well for tuning in and listening. Happy to be able to have this and maybe broaden out and get these games out to more and more people. That's going to do it here, though, from Burton. Again, that final is Berkshire 3 and Kirtland 0. For Noah Ricks, I'm Matt Marr. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this inaugural broadcast of Godaway Sports. I got nothing else to say, and that's about it.